Hi there, this is Tracy Matthewman, and in this video I'm going to show you how I got top ranking in Google for a number of my own websites and keywords, as well as a few for some of the clients that I'm working with right now. So grab a pen and let's get started. I'm going to first show you basically what I've done, and then I'll show you how I've done it. Okay, so first of all, as some of you may know, I'm also involved with a company called Isagenix. It's a network marketing company, and obviously I'm using my knowledge in online marketing to build that business. And so the first example I'm going to show you is some of the stuff from that part of my business. Now, when you're in Google, like you see here on the screen, if somebody was searching for Isagenix, they would obviously go into Google and they would start typing Isagenix into the search box. And you would see a list of suggested keywords that would come up related to Isagenix. And so as people see this, they're sort of likely to click on some of those suggestions because these are some of the common words that people are searching for. So the fact that there's a negative word in there, the first one here, which is scam, Isagenix scam, people always are tending to look for the bad side of something when they're researching it because they don't want to get scammed, they don't want to buy something that's not going to work for them. And so the keyword Isagenix scam is actually a keyword that is searched for quite a bit. So that was one of the keywords that I wanted to target, and so let's take a look at that. When you type Isagenix scam into Google, you'll notice here that there's about 285,000 results, and if you scroll down, you'll see the number 2 position right here is my website. Right here, womencandoanything.com. I created an article and I put it up on my site, and it's coming up in the number 2 position on Google, so that's pretty good. The other, if I do this again and bring up that list, you'll notice the third option there is Isagenix reviews. Now, I'm actually I actually targeted the word review, not reviews, so I'm going to actually search for review instead. It gets, still, it's got 600,000 competing pages, and if I scroll down here, that same article is on page 1. It's not in the first position, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's about 7 or 8 down the page. So that one article is coming up for multiple locations. Another thing I want to quickly show you with the Isagenix business is one of my partners has had this page up on Women Can Do Anything for years now, and it's the keyword Isagenix Toronto. So this basically localizes my search. So if somebody's living in the Toronto area and they're looking for Isagenix products, this is something that they might type in. And you'll see that there's 32,000 results for that page, for that keyword. So when I type in Isagenix Toronto, you'll see my partner's list is, or sorry, my partner's page is coming up in the number 1 position right here, again with womencandoanything.com. And as well, you'll notice if you go down a little bit more, right here in these 2 positions is a video that I personally made, and I optimized it, and now these are both videos of me talking about getting a hold of me if you're looking for Isagenix in Toronto. So I was able to get on page 1 in not only this spot for my partner, but also 2 videos here of me. So if somebody's looking for Isagenix Toronto, then they see that video right there. So I want to show you a second example. Another example is a client of mine who does asset-based factoring. Now, asset-based factoring is when a company uses their accounts receivable to get sort of a quasi-loan, I guess. They get a cash flow infusion into their business, and so this is what I've done for him. If I go into Google and I type asset-based factoring, you'll notice that the amount of competing web pages is 2.7 million, and that's a lot. And if you scroll down right here, in space number 2 is my client, ifactoring.ca. That's my company. And this is on google.com. This is not on google.ca. So this is an international search result, okay? So he's getting the number 2 position, and he's also getting the 3 position as well. So that was pretty good. Now this is just the first keyword that I've targeted for him, and I am going to be doing a couple other keywords for him because he, our goal is to dominate his market so that he's coming up on page 1 organically everywhere for a number of different keywords. And when I say organically, what I mean is your website would show up in this section right here of the Google search results. Anything up here or down the side is paid position. That's pay-per-click advertising. And I have read some information that those positions are being clicked on less and less by web surfers. So if you can get your website in the top 3 positions on Google, you are going to get the most traffic to your website, okay? And I'll just show you one more example. This is a client that all I did was optimize her website. The other 2 examples I just showed you right now, I've used a combination of videos and articles to do that. But for this particular client, basically all I did was optimize her site, her on-site pages. And if you go to Coffee Toronto and scroll down, oh no, sorry, not Coffee Toronto. What is it? Oh yes, sorry, it is Coffee Toronto. I'm confused there for a second. Okay, Coffee Toronto, the number 2 position right here, coffeetree.ca, that's my client, and she is listed in the number 2 position when someone types Coffee Toronto. Now, Coffee Toronto has 8.6 million competing web pages, so to get in on that was pretty, you're competing with a lot of people. Now, it's not to say that a lot of people are searching for that, because the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the Google Keywords tool. This is this is a free tool that you can use, and it shows you how many people are searching for a particular keyword on a monthly basis, which I usually break it down to a daily basis. So let's go back to my 3 examples for a minute. One example I used was my Isagenix scam. Okay, so I'm going to type in Isagenix scam and search that and get my calculator out here. Okay, so Isagenix scam is searched globally 12,100 times. So divided by 30, that's 403 people per day are searching for Isagenix scam. So if they're searching, 400 people a day are searching for that keyword, and I'm coming up in the number 2 position, then I'm pretty much guaranteed some traffic to my site. And, sorry, my phone keeps ringing. Okay, so let's look at another example. So Isagenix review. Now, again, I should have targeted reviews, not review, but I didn't. So review is quite a bit smaller, but 1,600 divided by 30, 53 people per day. It's still a nice number of people. 53 people per day are searching for Isagenix review. Now, let's just take a look at Isagenix reviews for a second. 5,400, so quite a bit more. Divided by 30, it's 180 people per day searching for Isagenix reviews. So if I just did a little bit of tweaking and targeted that keyword, I pretty much guarantee you I could get on page 1 or 2 for that keyword. Okay, so the second example, now this one is really cool. Asset-based factoring. Okay, that was the second example I showed you a minute ago. This is a keyword that's typed into, that people are searching for, and you'll see here 49,500 divided by 30.